Mermaid here, and today I want to answer a popular question for you guys. What do you tell your little ones when they ask you if the mermaid they see is real? Coming up. Okay, so today on Instagram, I was asked by a good buddy of mine what he should tell his little one who was asking if I was a real mermaid. So this is gonna really, you're gonna have to feel it out, especially if it's your child. You're gonna know, you're gonna have an instinct for it. You're gonna know what you're gonna wanna say based on what your beliefs are, how you handle things like Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and all that kind of stuff, right? So you're gonna want to kind of gauge it. But now if you're a mermaid and somebody asks you, well, what do you say? You don't, like, I don't really feel comfortable just straight up being like, well, hey, I'm a real mermaid kid. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I'm a real person and I swim as a mermaid. So that's kind of like what I want, where I like to start. And so take what I say with kind of a grain of salt, put your spin on it, kind of come up with sort of your own little kind of backstory and practice, and so that way it comes out kind of smooth. Not quite so like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, please help me, oh my God. You know, you kind of gauge it. So you can kind of tell if the child is leaning one way or another. And I apologize in advance. This is the third video I'm filming back to back and my bird is still screaming at me. She has it out for me today. Her cage is right here now and she just wants to yell at me and shush, bird, but that's just life. So I like to start off with, yes, I'm a real person and I do swim in a mermaid tail. Like, I do swim as a mermaid. I think swim as a mermaid is how I usually say it. But I like to approach it from the point of view that, like, it's okay if you believe I'm real, because your imagination, okay, your imagination is precious and you should treasure it, kind of a situation. Instead of just being like black and white about it, like yes, no, and whatever, because I really feel like it's important for kids and adults not to just throw our imaginations out the window. You know what I mean? Like, imaginative play for adults as well is really important. And I think it's something that, like, a lot of people kind of just disregard as like a thing. You know, they're like, well, whatever. No, I've got banking and taxes and work and I can't. Now maybe it's because I work in an industry where, like, I make cartoons for kids. Like, okay, so maybe I am more prone to being a little bit more open and having, you know, my imagination and whatever. But I always feel kind of sad when I see people that just cut it off and they're like, nope. You just, no, you're not even allowed to pretend, you're not even allowed to have fun. So I think it's important that, like, if you can see a way of kind of coming around to it and being like, you know what, it is really, like, if you want to believe, you believe. You know, you believe with all your heart, because your imagination, that's your most precious gift, really. You know what I mean? That creativity, that thinking outside the box. And to be totally frank and honest, we don't know. There could be, I mean, how much of the ocean out there is yet to be explored, right? So anything is really possible. So to put a finite stamp in it and be like, no, this is the only possible way it could be, is really narrow-minded anyways. And you don't want to ever, you know, you look at all the people in the world when you told, no, this wasn't possible. I mean, you look at all of us who swim in mermaid tails. We're all told at one point, well, that's stupid or it's not possible. And we went and did it anyways. You know what I mean? So I think, and it's kind of important to honor that as well. I think a lot of people will come around and there are, you know, not a lot of people, but there are some parents who will treat it like, oh, it's kind of hokey, like you just look at a kid's costume, like, oh, it's kind of stupid, whatever. You know what I mean? But I think it should be treasured a little bit more, like kind of honored a bit more than that we have the guts to do something that's quite, like, this is quite out of the ordinary. So a huge pat on the back to all the mermaids out there who put up with all the parents who give us a hard time. Not that there's a lot of you out there, and a huge shout out to all the parents who do their best to help keep the magic going and to help sort of facilitate the imaginative play. You know, you guys make the difference versus just like brushing it off and it not being anything at all. So I hope you take something away from that. I know this is a super this is a super short video. I just thought it was a really cute question that I was asked. I haven't been asked it in a while because I honestly haven't done a lot of mermaid like kid related gigs in a while. You know, this last year was a lot of me just preparing for my store and a lot of you know, a lot of behind the scenes work and not so much me actually getting out there and doing stuff. So who knows, maybe I'll be a little bit rusty. But I am looking forward to next year. You can see my tail is, one of them is almost complete on the wall behind me. Super excited about that. But I would love to hear from you guys now in the comment section down below. What is your experience? Are you a parent? How do you handle questions like that from your little ones? Are you a mermaid, and how have you handled it as well? I would love to know. So definitely leave me a comment down below. And on that note, if you're interested in checking out my Patreon pod, there will be a link in the description box below. I post all kinds of behind the scenes goodies on there and monthly behind the scenes videos as well. Definitely worth checking out. Show me some love. And if you like this video and you agree that imagination is important, please feel free to give this video a thumbs up as well. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and bell notification so you don't miss out on any more of my mermaid adventures. And thank you so much for watching, you guys. I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. All right, happy swimming. Bye.